Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the general collective full moon in Aquarius reading. This will also be the weekend vibe reading as well, as we will have the full moon Aquarius. I want to say it's sometime around 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. August 9th, and I'm recording this on August 8th. Right now we have Sun in Leo, Moon in Aquarius. As I'm recording this, we will have a grand air trine with the Moon, Mars, which is in Libra, Uranus in Gemini, and Pluto in Aquarius. Yeah, we also had, Mars move into Libra as well. Venus and Jupiter are still in Cancer, and Saturn and Neptune are still in Aries. So, with that being said, we're going to jump right on in. I'm starting out with the Black Moon Astrology deck, and then I'll be using the Energy Oracle cards and the Radiant Wise Tarot to break it down. So let's see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection do we need as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this full moon in Aquarius. I would definitely check to see where Aquarius is in your chart, what house you have Aquarius in, to give you a better idea and understanding of where this energy may be playing out for you. So let's see. What needs to come through. The moon is currently conjunct in Pluto. But you know, Pluto is the planet of change and, transformation. Because they're showing me the Tower card. So that's what made me, remember that the moon right now is conjuncting Pluto. So yeah, let's see. Let's see what's going on. I'm also feeling like a lot of root chakra energy. Yeah, a lot of root chakra energy. Remember, we are still in Mercury retrograde, and this full moon is going to be opposing Mercury and the Sun. Let's see. And it'll be squaring it really just looks like Lilith and Scorpio. Since we don't have any Taurus energy out right now. The fixed signs are Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. So, let me get one more. Bottom of the deck, we have air element, which says communicating. Which again, is just like I'm really feeling this trine energy. So I will also check where Libra is in your chart and Gemini to see what houses this trine is playing out for you. But with air element communicating, excuse me, we then have the solar eclipse, which, if I'm not mistaken, this might be a supermoon energy. But then we have Gemini, I think, and Pluto with transformation. Yeah, so this is just reiterating what I was already feeling in regards to, you know, the moon conjunct in Pluto, the grand air trine. So communicating could be big for you during this full moon. Some of you could be communicating, especially with this solar eclipse energy and the Gemini, I think. You could be communicating your thoughts or your feelings, or expressing yourself in a way that you've never done before, with Pluto transformation being here. Especially with Lilith here. Black Moon Lilith, mystery. These are like, you know, it almost makes me feel like feelings or thoughts or even ideas that you know, kept to yourself, or have been like, because the word I'm hearing is suppressing. Whatever you've been suppressing, it feels like it's coming out. Like there's some type of determination with the Leo I will card coming out to, like, almost bring it up to the surface. For some of you, whatever you're expressing could be very cathartic for you, because I almost feel the sense or the need to like I feel like word vomit, and that doesn't mean it's in a bad way, but I feel like someone is just like getting it all out via communication. Because it almost feels like with this North Node energy, like it's needed, it's time. Like I feel a lot of holding back with this Black Moon Lilith and the Leo card. Like there's something that's been it almost feels like, if this is you, like something, like someone, how can I say it, like it almost feels like a lot has went unsaid, and it can't like almost stay that way, so it needs to come out, whatever you need to say. Or you know how it goes, y'all, someone may be expressing themselves to you, but it almost feels like it's a necessity, like it's necessary for either you to say this or this person to say this, however that works for you. Because I mean, like, the moon is our, you know, our emotions, you know, it deals with our emotions and how we react and respond. But Aquarius being fixed air, you know, that energy is very rooted in the way that it thinks, in the way that it communicates. it almost feels like, not for nothing, like the Seven of Swords, like it's very strategic, it's very calculated, or this is how this person has, or you have always communicated themselves, or communicated. Like not revealing too much or revealing just enough, but it, like, I can't help but to feel the Seven of Swords. Like it's not, like the intent behind the communication has not always been forthright. Or even with, when it comes to their feelings, like someone that, you know, tries to deny the way they feel about something or someone, and I'm hearing take back, especially with Mercury being retrograde opposing this full moon. Someone could be, you know, taking back something that they said, or you. Huh. Well, let's see what's going on, Spirit. What does the collective need to know in regards to this full moon Aquarius for this weekend? What's going on? And like, not for nothing, I don't know who this is for, but I just heard I don't want to be like this anymore. So we have Neptune with sacrifice here. And right now Neptune is in Aries retrograde, yep. But Neptune rules Pisces, which is where the North Node is at right now. And you know, Pisces deals with, you know, the subconscious, you know, our creativity, our imagination. So I feel like, especially with it being in Aries, like someone is almost, you know, like done with, in a way, sacrificing themselves when it comes to like communication and dealing with others. Like they're done, like, in a way, not expressing themselves in a way that they can be themselves, because the full Aries energy is, you know, it's very it is the individual. And I feel like someone has been, you know, holding themselves back via not expressing like what it is that they want, not being honest with themselves about what they want, in a way to like satisfy the status quo, in a way to like not ruffle feathers. And I feel like that's done for whoever this is. Can I get another one, please, Spirit? As it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this month, or this month, oh my God, August may be significant for some of you, but surrounding this full moon in Aquarius, what's going on? I'm hearing web of lies. I don't know if you weave this web of lies, but that, or, you know, someone else, but that's what I'm hearing. So we have Sagittarius, I see coming out. And then we have Mercury, yep, the mind. It's almost like someone is realizing like, it's almost like someone is realizing like if they've been doing this, like they are now becoming privy to, or they will with this full moon in Aquarius, how like the power of the mind, how powerful the mind can be, how, you know, on one end it can be, you know, your greatest tool, meaning that you can use it to harness your, you know, creativity, to, you know, it helps with our decision making, our communication. But on the other side of the spectrum, it's like someone is also seeing how the mind can also be like a deadly weapon to yourself, where you know, you're not always forthright. You know, you could be lying to yourself, lying to others. The way that you communicate with yourself and others, the way that you think can, you know, sometimes be detrimental to you as well. And it's almost like someone is seeing like now how they need to use their mind for better things. You know, this makes me feel like, and it's also just bringing up for me like, I don't even know how long ago it was, a few months ago. Like I told someone like, stop using, you know, to stop using their mind for like dumb shit. Like to summarize it, like use your mind for something better. Like people can, you know, people don't really think how creative and strategic, you know, or the creative and strategic ways people come up to lie and to manipulate. Like, and if you can do all that, how, like, you can do the same thing to do right. Like, your mind don't, like, I don't understand why people's mind always goes to like the negative stuff. Like, that's really what you sit and think about and waste your time on, how you can lie to another person, how you can try to get away with something in regards to something that you know like you shouldn't be doing, how to like evade, you know. Like that's why I'm seeing the Seven of Swords, like, because it's like at the bottom line is like it's dumb to do that. Like if you can make a plan to like take something from someone, or to be malicious or have a malicious intent, or, you know, to lie, cheat, and steal, why can't you use that same brain power to do something good for yourself, to think of a way to go get something for yourself, you know, on your own, without having to take from another person, or having to, you know, feel like you got like one up on somebody else. Just use, like, it baffled me. It really, like, it baffled me. Yeah. And then bottom of the deck we have the seventh house, which is partners. And right now we have Mars and Libra. So this could, you know, be a masculine energy who is coming to this realization. Yeah. And then we have up under that Libra, I balance. And then we have first house, which is the body. And first house is Aries, the I am. So it's like, especially when it comes to dealing with other people, and, you know, especially with the seventh house, relationships, no matter the caliber or context, like, it really just feels like with this full moon, someone is realizing like the shit that they were using their mind for was like, it wasn't helping them. And again, with that Aries energy, like, it's time for you to learn how to communicate, especially with the third house, which is messages, but it's ruled by Gemini. Like, it's time to communicate in a way that is like almost true to you. Like, it's funny. Like, it is so funny. how, like, there's a quote or like a video I seen of Jay-Z, and he basically said the same thing like that I said to this person, and I was just like, because it didn't make sense to me, like, why go through all those mental gymnastics when you can just literally just do right? Like, I don't get it. Like, I know I'm not gonna create all that extra work for myself, because especially if you're one of those people that like to, and it's no shade, no judgment, but it's like, I don't condone that shit, because it's almost like those lies catch up with you. That manipulation, and especially when it's for like a selfish gain, or the intent is for a self-serving purpose, like, what you think supposed to happen? You like how, like, I don't even know how you can try to justify that in your mind, because it's almost like if you're someone that goes around lying, manipulating, cheating, whatever the case may be, nobody has to deal with that but you. Like, yeah, you wrote people in, but they're not the creator of that energy. You're the one that has to live with it. And then it's like, you also like put more work on yourself by having to remember what you said. And after you tell so many lies, it's like, it's hard to remember what you told this person or that person or did to this person. Like, that's too much. That is too much. That is like some work that I wouldn't like. I don't even like. It doesn't even interest me. Like, because if you just tell the truth and be honest and forthright and forthcoming, you don't have to remember anything. You don't have to like it almost feels like walk on the eggshells, because you don't forgot what you said to this person, or what you did to that person, or how you schemed or scammed your way in. Like, that's too fucking much. Like, it's almost like when you're in that energy and you do that, it's like you're like creating your own loss of credibility. Because what do you think is going to happen when people find out, oh, you was really a liar, oh, you was really a scammer, oh, you was really a cheater, or whatever the case may be? You're deemed like in a way, like, unworthy. Like, why would you like? And to know, like, you like, people that do this are conscious of what they're doing. So it's not like you can play dumb. It's not like you can play victim or anything like that. But just why? You kind of like end up Xing yourself out of situations. No matter how much you try to justify, like, in your brain, when you're knowingly or intentionally doing something wrong, that somewhere, like, it's still right, that's insanity. What's going on in regards to this full moon for the collective spirit? Somewhat, yeah, and what I'm getting now, because like I said, Neptune, you know, it rules a Pisces, and it's almost like when it comes to like someone's dreams, imagination, and you know, creativity, whatever the case may be, someone is seeing like how they're like stuck in their mind. Like it's it only like whatever this is or whatever this person is doing with their mental capacity, like it's only them there. Like no one else is contributing to this. And I like it's almost like it's shocking. Like I can feel the shock that this person is having, like, oh shit, like I'm the one that created this. And that's why I said for some of you are seeing how powerful the mind really is or can be with this full moon. And for some of you, it's how you've been using it. And for some of you, it's affecting how you relate with others or your relationships. Again, no matter the capacity or context. Like almost like you like tricked yourself with your own mind, thinking like you were tricking others. And that's the catch too. Like people that are, you know, and maliciously strategic or manipulative, or you know, just what do they call them, habitual liars or whatever the case may be, or compulsive liars. Both of them fit this, but they end up like, it's like they almost don't realize like it's like hmm, I don't know, I just lost it. Maybe I wasn't supposed to say it. um like because it really is like I'm really sitting here like in a way like mind blown, because this energy just feels like ill, like ugh. Like that's how I feel. Like it makes me sick to my stomach, like knowing. And you know, even having had dealt with people like this, like I don't even, thank God I don't deal with them anymore, because it's just like ugh. Like there's no point. But it's like it's almost like they don't realize, like in a way they're just like creating hell for themselves. Nobody else is there, you know, like with you in your mind. So to think like you're like, cause to me, like it almost like there's no way to justify this energy. There's no way, like I don't even know how some people's brains can connect the wires to make it seem like, you know, this shit is okay to themselves, cause it's not. It means like you lack integrity, you don't care about other people, your moral compass is going haywire. Like I don't know. It's just not. Like, and a part of me like feels like saying, because my guides are saying like what, like, and even like this is a question that I've always had. What do you get from this? You know, if this is you, and this is like I said, this is like, I'm not judging this person, like whatever the case may be. Like, we all do this at some level, but it just feels like the magnitude of someone like this is something that they've grown accustomed to doing. It's almost like whoever's in this energy, they don't know how to be another way. Yeah, you know, for you know, normal people, like, yeah, we think of a creative way to like get out of work one day, like, but that's minor. Like, but like, other than that, like, at least for me, I don't know no other reason where I've, you know, done some shit like this. So it's kind of hard for me to relate, but I understand it. But at this magnitude, like, I couldn't imagine like having lived a life, or been doing this for 10, 20, 30 years for some people, and really thinking like, okay, shit is sweet, like everything is okay. I'm like, some kind of way I've come up in my mind that, you know, what I'm doing is right because it's for me. Like, no, 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 and no. Like, no, just no. I don't get it. Like, this is someone who doesn't clear, like I said, you don't care about other people. There's like a, like, it almost feels like there's a control factor here for whoever's in this energy, to where like you're not willing to like relinquish control. And because like when you're strategic or malicious, or, you know, you're trying to scam or scheme, you are trying to control a situation. You're trying to control a person, a place, or a thing, or an outcome, or circumstance. So, but it's almost like they don't realize by doing that, you're giving up the power, your own power, and controlling yourself. Because when you think about that, somebody that's out of control themselves, if you have to try to control every little thing, what? You're out of control. Give me one moment, please. All right. So we have, the bottom of the deck, we have the thinking man, which is like the King of Swords energy. So this would definitely be Mars and Libra energy, the masculine energy. And like I said, they're seeing, you know, you see how he's looking at this crystal, like they're seeing something or having some type of realization. Then we have the man holding a coin, which is like the King of Pentacles. Someone is seeing like what they've gained from this, or from being in this energy, has almost been, especially with action, like it like, I'm getting the energy, yes, action is like the Chariot card, which is an energy of moving forward and, you know, having discipline and integrity and moving towards, you know, like your goal. With the Karen connections, which is like the Two of Cups, is almost someone is seeing how like it caused like the things and people or places or whatever the case may be, the value of those things to this person, it caused them to flee. Because nobody wants to be around that, especially like once you've been quote unquote found out. No, And anybody that would stay in this energy is a fool. But it also is giving me an energy like for a masculine who is now like seeing this, it almost feels like about themselves. How, especially with this man holding a coin, which is like the King of Pentacles, They need to get real in who they are. And then that way, on the other, on the other side of this, they can move towards the people, places, and things that are in alignment with them. But it also is showing like this person's need for control actually causes things to flee from their grasp, their grip. Because it would be like an energy, like you would have to like lack empathy. Again, like I said, you would lack care. So we have the 5th chakra, which is Archangel Gabriel, which is the throat chakra. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, we have deceit. Yeah. So someone is giving up this is like the devil energy, giving up that toxic, unhealthy habit, energy, or even being around other people like this. It's like they're, like giving that up, that way of communicating. Because it hasn't done anything. It hasn't brought them nothing. It actually caused them to lack more than they gained with the financial constraints. It kept them like closed out from the blossoming abundance, which is like the 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles for me. And they're realizing that the anxiety, the stress, it almost feels like mental anguish of knowing this, of knowing that this is the reason why they don't have, any type of growth or, like fruitfulness to show for their lives. But you were communicating in a very deceitful way to others, but at the end of the day, it was really to yourself. Can I get one for Sagittarius? Yep, so with cornucopia here and Sagittarius, I see, yeah, they're seeing like, the wealth, the true, wealth and health and like fruit is in like being true to what's in your heart, honoring whatever it is that you feel. Can I get one from Mercury, the mind? Yeah. And we have adjacent possibilities, yeah. So that again is just reiterating like all of the doors, all of the opportunities that, you can use your mind for, or, the things or ways that the mind can be used. It, is what, can create or like make or break opportunities for you. But then at the bottom of the deck, we have walking away. And it almost feels like, because it's adjacent possibilities, feels like the 7 of Cups, which is, illusion, it's emotional confusion, it's being, it's almost like a card of like being emotionally chaotic. So much so that whoever this is, like they just, it's like they almost just like shut off all feelings and move into the mind. But in doing that, again, nobody's going to be around somebody that doesn't care. Nobody is going to be around someone or even wants to be around someone that can't express empathy or compassion or love or, like someone that just wants to receive those things but like can't give it. So it causes, it caused for this person a lot of doors to shut. For some of them, it caused, a very loving and caring feminine energy to walk away. But it's also like almost like in, even if this has nothing to do with another person, it causes you to walk away from your own feelings, your own emotional body, and that which you want, yeah. With the Four of Cups, what's in your heart is like it's empty. Like I feel like because they're showing me like a desert. And it's just like the way that they're showing it to me is like there's, it's just a desert, but there's just wind flying everywhere. Like, and there's like no water in sight. Like, it's so just dusty that it almost makes me like, I feel like coughing because I can like it's almost like you can't breathe, you can't see, you can't, it's just dry. Like there's no oasis. Mm. Mm. Like I can feel it caking up in my throat. Sorry y'all, but this is sometimes how I, channel the energy. And if like I can't breathe, like this person could be, experiencing that. I don't know if it may even be like panic attacks or like even like dehydration, headaches. Yeah, because it's almost making me feel like someone can't quench their thirst. Like they're unable to be satiated in wherever they're at right now. But let's see. What's going on here as it pertains to this full moon in Aquarius for the collective? Alright, bottom of the deck we have the Death card, which is Scorpio energy, which, speaks to change, transformations. It's also a card of ending. Then we have the King of Wands, which is masculine energy. And this masculine is like they know that like the end to this way of being is like they're staring death in the face. And I don't mean that physically. I mean like knowing that this change and transformation is imminent. We have the Knight of Wands with the Three of Wands and the Six of Cups. And I know I felt it, the Tower. So yeah, this is basically just reiterating where, you know, what I said before, and like this past way of being for this person can be no more. They're reflecting on the past at the Three of Wands, like kind of like that energy, like I said, of, you know, possibly expecting like things to either stay how they were. You know, the Six of Cups can be an energy of pattern. So they, you know, could have been someone who was very stuck in this way of being and always expecting things to be like it's almost like this person lived like in a state of like nostalgia. But with the Tower here, Spirit is like, nope. You thought. Because the Tower is coming in to break it down, to help this person relinquish control with the Strength card here. And it's almost like this person could have been trying to, like, it almost feels like they would run one way, run another way, but it's like this person was almost stopped in their tracks with the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands, to the point where this could have been somebody who was very, like, on the go, on the move, always, you know, moving about, being very, you know, hot and cold, non-committal. And it's almost like from the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands, Spirit had to sit this person down and show them the reality of things through this Death card. For some of you, there was a feminine energy here with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, where this person, you know, you could have had a feminine energy, or you could be this feminine energy, and, you know, you tried to tell this person, like, or even like, I almost feel like you were being shown to this person as someone who can still be, you know, very, you know, how you can be honest and upfront, but still have compassion and empathy and, you know, the ability to sympathize, where this king was like, they were not trying to hear that at all. They were fixated on their own truth, and like that was it. They didn't want to see things any other way. Can I get one for the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel? Why is the 5th chakra here? That 7 of Cups, here it is. Six of Pentacles at the bottom. Yeah, so this is just making me feel like, yeah, this person has given up the illusion that they created through like communication. And the way that they communicated to others and to themselves, they created like a false reality. Because it was almost like they really didn't have to invest by doing this. Like they didn't have to give much of themselves. With the 6 of Pentacles. And I get one for cornucopia. Cornucopia, too many. Yeah, and they're seeing via this Page of Wands what they created for themselves. They thought that they were creating like the 10 of Pentacles with that cornucopia, but they actually created the 10 of Wands. And expanded into the 9 of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune here. Because it's almost like they missed the point with the Ace of Pentacles here. But this is someone who may, you know, be having sleepless nights, endless anxiety, dealing with mental anguish. Like, it's too much. And they're seeing also, like, this is not the way forward. Can I get another one for cornucopia? They were very, like, this Page of Wands is almost coming through as immature. Like, thinking that they would still be, yeah, like, they would be able to, like, almost live in a state of bliss. This is, like, almost giving the energy, like, someone that didn't want to grow up and, like, be an adult. And it affected their connections with the Two of Cups here. Because it was almost like, yeah, they didn't know how to relate to other people or another person in a way that didn't involve this. Like, by just being themselves. It's like it's giving me the energy of, like, someone who, like, tries too hard to make someone like them, or to like it's almost like people pleasing. Give me one for this Neptune sacrifice. Yep. Being honest and true and honoring the self with the Ace of Cups. This person, like, in so many words, like, they didn't love themselves. So it was like, because they didn't love themselves, they wanted to take it from others. Nine of Swords at the bottom again. And for some of them, they actually gave up an opportunity for true love, or, you know, the opportunity to love themselves, which would have, you know, brought forth this Ace of Pentacles. But this person was too stuck on the way things, you know, shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Give me one for the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Yep. The King of Swords. Yeah, so this person is, like, now seeing it. Now realizing it. Like, what they gave up. And being in this energy. They gave up an opportunity for healing, hope, faith, wish fulfillment. And for some of you, this star, if you're a masculine energy, the star is a person. Someone who, you know, embodies this energy. Can I get one for the mind and adjacent possibilities? Too many. Adjacent possibilities. Yep. The Five of Pentacles. That's that financial constraints card we seen. Bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. So yeah, it's like, do this person using their mind, and the only way I could say it, for, like, stuff it was not made for, you know, and trying to, like, concoct a plan, or, you know, like, almost, again, find the easy way out. It left them at this Five of Pentacles, like, unable to, like, move. Like, I almost feel like someone is like a statue. Let me get another one. The Five of Pentacles, like they're, like, frozen. Can I get one for the Five of Pentacles? Yeah. Like, it's like it almost left this person, like, in need, because they were only interested in, you know, like, giving just enough or doing just enough. And now it's like they like, for some of them, they've exhausted their options on who will actually be willing to help them. So it's almost like this is like a humbling for someone who, like, I don't feel like this person is a true emperor. They want to be seen this way. They want to be seen as like someone who is in charge and in control and as a leader, but I don't think it's real. Yeah. I don't think they actually sit. It's almost like it's giving me like an air of entitlement that this person sits in. Like they feel like people are entitled to help them because they could possibly be down and out. But this is something that you created for yourself. Can I get another one? Because there's the Ace of Pentacles there. Between this 5 and the 6. Can I get one more? Yeah. We have the High Priestess. And then we have the 8 of Cups. Yeah, and it's like this person intuitively knows why. Like, people could be walking away from them. And they know why. On an intuitive level, they know why. They know because you didn't put in on it. Like, what? For some of you, this High Priestess is a person. And I feel like if this is a feminine energy that walked away from you, it was because they were intuitively guided to do so. It's almost like I can feel the energy of like this person, like even if you knew, if you're this High Priestess energy, even if you knew that they were struggling, it's like you can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped, because they have to contribute in helping themselves. This person doesn't or didn't want to do that. They don't want to help themselves. So you didn't have no other choice but to walk away. Like, yeah. You can't carry around dead weight. And that's what, if this is a feminine energy realizing this about a masculine, they had to cut their losses. Like, they had to release this dead weight. And they also know, like, this, they are intuitively aware that this masculine is at this 10 of Wands, but it's like they're refusing to look at the truth, to look at it, to be real with themselves. Look, his head is down. Look, again, they don't want to acknowledge the truth. It's right there. They actually have it at the 2 of Swords. So what can you do? Can I get one for the mind, and then we'll grab the guidance and advice? Mercury, the mind. Hold on, y'all. Too many spirit. Less cards, please. Give me one for Mercury, the mind. Mercury, the mind. We have the 4 of Wands, which, you know, is just creating, like, or it's making me feel like, yeah, this person, there's a need for like mental stability for this person. And see, even here, they're still running from the truth. The Ace of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the Judgment, and the 9 of Pentacles. For some of you, they're seeing, like, it's almost like the route you took if you're this Nine of Pentacles energy, the feminine energy, like how you used your mind to create stability. But it's, you know, it was rightfully so. Like, you didn't run from the truth where they did. Yeah. They chose a route. Especially with the Ten of Cups here, like the route they chose to get to, like, because it almost feels like the same thing. Like two people wanted the same thing, but one person went about it in a very unmoral, manipulative way, and another person didn't. But it's because they chose this. You didn't. You chose to be real with yourself. This person didn't. It is what it is. So let's grab the guidance and advice. What's the guidance and advice, Spirit, as it pertains to this full moon in Aquarius? Guidance and advice. So we have Libra, I balance. So it says, all my life I've yearned for a thing I cannot name. Don't go it alone. Linking up with a partner will serve you best. Libra is the sign of balance, charm, and beauty. Librans are notorious for their wit, ability to weigh and judge, as well as their appreciation for the beautiful things in life. They adore collecting striking things. That means objects and people. Librans are aesthetes with a love of art and literature that can sometimes be showy and vainglorious. Librans are known for changing their minds and opinions. What is true one day may not be the next. Because they are so balanced, they see all sides to every issue, but they tend to vacillate and have trouble coming to any final decision. Libras tend to have second thoughts and change their minds at the last minute. They will also float along waiting for matters to resolve on their own without pushing as hard as they need to. Librans make outstanding judges and negotiators. They can be agreeable, but sometimes agree to things they don't want, sacrificing what they truly feel and think just to get along. There is also the sarcastic Libra who loves to test his wit against others. Their quick-witted retorts are filled with sarcasm and sharp accuracy. John Lennon and Oscar Wilde are examples of this acerbic wit that Librans are so famous for. They love playing the devil's advocate, peculiar since this is the sign of balance and peace. Since Libra rules the 7th house of partners and marriage, those influenced by this sign do best in life with a partner, but it can be a sign of codependency, and many will pair up at the drop of a hat. Libra is the sign of lovers and romance. Although Libra is a masculine sign, Libran men understand women better than any other sign. When the Libra card turns up, it indicates you are riding the fence over something and need to make a decision soon. If you do not make your decision, it may be made for you. That's that Pluto energy. The potential for you not liking the ending is high if you do not act and decide soon. This is a favorable card for romance and relationships. It indicates a time where relationships are turning happier and more content. Right now, everything must be fair and balanced. It's important not to sacrifice your own feelings or desires simply because you hope to avoid conflict. It will be as if the middle approach is the smarter one now, and that is probably right. Courtrooms, law, and fairness should play into the matter. If you are involved in a court case and the surrounding cards are good and the Libra card appears in the spread, it is a good indicator the issue will work out just the way you hope. The enforcement of rules may also apply. Legal documents will not figure in. They will bring you will not only figure in, they will bring you benefits, especially benefits shared between you and a partner. This card can represent an impending marriage or an engagement. Relationships are about to move up a level to a more serious one. Feelings have matured. Happiness is achieved when you pool your resources with a significant other. Achievement will be found when you find the right person who mirrors your own ideals and beliefs. All matters worked on within sincere and equal partnership shall prove to be successful to the utmost. So there we have it. And I feel like this masculine, especially like they're in search, like they need to balance out this energy. I'm not saying that it has to be within the person. It feels like it needs to be within themselves, because it feels like they sacrificed a connection being in this way already. Yeah. So again, with the Death card coming out, clarifying this, there's a change that needs to happen. There's a death and a rebirth that needs to happen for this masculine before, honestly, the scales can balance out for them. They have to completely change, yeah. They have to be willing to get out of their own mind, out of their own way. They have to be willing to see the truth. They have to get through fear. That's what it feels like. And it's at the bottom. Mm-hmm. We have the Empress at the bottom of this deck. Can I get one more for this Eight of Swords? If this masculine is wanting to go towards a person, there's like a fear of rejection. Because it's like they know, they like, it's almost like they know that they have to, like, there's an expectation of being, you know, committed. Like, this ain't just for like shits and giggles. Like, I don't know. And for some of them, it's like they don't know what to expect. Because for some of you, as a feminine energy, like, you have a high, like, moral standing for yourself. And it's like they almost don't know if they can uphold that. Because traditionally, the Hierophant and the High Priestess are a couple. So if you're a feminine energy and you're already sitting at the High Priestess, the Hierophant or the High Priest would be that counterpart. So they would fear that they would have to be someone that keeps their word and has moral integrity and recognizes value, and like they're afraid of being what's needed. Like, I can't, like, I don't even know how to say it because that doesn't make sense. What, isn't that what you're supposed to be in partnership or relationship with another? So to fear this being like almost like a quote unquote like an expectation or a requirement is like, you might as well stay where you at. You don't want to be, you don't want to have an honorable relationship. What? But like, I don't know, I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. But as always, y'all, I thank you all for tuning in with me. I definitely hope that this resonated for all of you. I hope everyone is, you know, safe and protected during this full moon. And you know, you enjoy your weekend. And I will see you guys on the next one. All right. Later.